Hello everyone. Welcome to online session of Standard 8th History. In this session, we will learn chapter number 12, India Gains Independence. Students, in this lesson we will learn about the attempts of British government to give Indians their independence after the Second World War. And also we will learn about the various plans drafted by the British government such as Wavell Plan, Cabinet Mission, establishment of interim government and Mountbatten Plan in order to put an end to the struggle of Indians for their independence. Due to the growing independence struggle of Indians, the British government realized that a serious action had to be taken in favor of the Indians during the period of Second World War. Students, we have studied about various movements taken place by the Indian activists for the freedom struggle of India. Many revolutionaries sacrificed their life, which proved to be an inspiration to the Indians. Therefore, the British rulers realized that it was necessary to take a serious note of it. Accordingly, the British government started preparing various plans for granting independence to India. The Indian National Congress was founded on the principle of secularism, means people of all caste and religion were the part of the national movement. To weaken the strength of the Indians, the British adopted the policy of divide and rule, which led to the establishment of Muslim League. Students, we have studied about the partition of Bengal. British played divide and rule policy to break the unity among Hindus and Muslims. We studied how Hindus and Muslims were partitioned in East Bengal and West Bengal. This was the divide and rule policy of British to break the unity among the Indians and rule India. British used to motivate Muslims to start with the separate political organization. We have studied about this in chapter number 6, which resulted with the establishment of Muslim League. In 1930, Dr. Muhammad Iqbal, a well-known poet, put forth the thought of an independent Muslim state. Later, Chaudhry Rahmat Ali put up the idea of Pakistan. Students, why Muslims were demanding for separate nation Pakistan? Because British played divide and rule policy and they started using the propaganda that for safeguarding the interest of Muslims they should have separate political organization, which was established in 1906, that is the Muslim League. And Indian National Congress was only a Hindu organization. The Muslims have no benefit of it. Such kind of propaganda was started by Barrister Jinnah and the Muslim League. This was the reason why Muslims demanded for the separate nation. Lord Wavell, the Viceroy of India, drew up a plan in June 1945, according to which proper representation has to be given to Muslims, Dalits, and the minorities. An equal number of Hindu and Muslim members would enter the Viceroy's Executive Council. A meeting of all major political parties in India was organized at Shimla to consider the Wavell Plan. In reply to Wavell's plan, Barrister Jinnah insisted that only the Muslim League should have the right to suggest the names of Muslim representatives to the Viceroy's Executive Council. But the leaders of Indian National Congress opposed it. Therefore, the Wavell Plan could not be successful. Students, Wavell's plan was failed. Now let us see the plan included in Cabinet Mission related to the India's independence was accepted by the leaders or not. After the end of Second World War, the British rulers were in the favor of granting freedom to India. In the Parliament, British Prime Minister Attlee clarified the British policy regarding India. British Prime Minister Attlee clarified that Indian people should be given the right to draft their own constitution. He also stated that the issue of minorities will not come in the way of India's independence. Therefore, in March 1946, a group of British ministers, namely Pethick Lawrence, Stafford Cripps, and A.V. Alexander, put forth England's plan regarding India in front of the Indian leaders. This is called Cabinet Mission. But some of the provisions in the plan were not acceptable to the Congress. Similarly, there was no provision of independent state for the Muslims. So, the Muslim League was unsatisfied. Therefore, Cabinet Mission was not accepted. Students, why Cabinet Mission was failed? Because some provisions were not acceptable to the Indian leaders. Also, there was no mention of separate Muslim state, due to which mission was failed. Direct Action Day. Since the demand of Pakistan was not being fulfilled, the Muslim League decided for direct action. Accordingly, 16 August 1946 was declared to be observed as Direct Action Day by the Muslim League. Violent actions were carried out by the followers of the Muslim League. There was great uproar among the Hindus and Muslims in various parts of the country. There were massacres in the Noakhali region in the province of Bengal, and to stop this violence, Gandhiji went there, risking his own life. He tried his best to establish peace over there. Establishment of interim government. Interim government means temporary government. Due to the outburst of violence arisen in the country, Vizier Wavell established the interim government, means temporary government. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the head of this government. Initially, the Muslim League denied to participate in the interim government, but later they participated in it. But since the leaders of Muslim League adopted the policy of obstruction, hence the interim government could not work smoothly. Students, various plans made by the British for granting independence to India were failed. Wavell plan was failed, Cabinet Mission was failed, interim government was also failed. Therefore, an announcement was made by England's Prime Minister Attlee that the British government would leave its authority on India before June 1948. On the background of transfer of power in India, Lord Mountbatten was appointed as Viceroy of India. Mountbatten held discussions with prominent leaders of India. Thereafter, he prepared a plan of creation of India and Pakistan as two independent nations. Again, Indian National Congress opposed the plan of partition because the Indian National Congress had no desire to separate the nation. Unity of the nation was the basic stand of Indian National Congress. But the Muslim League was firm to have its own state as Pakistan. Indian National Congress was not in the support of partition, but was left with no option but to accept the decision of partition with complete helplessness. Indian Independence Act was passed in the British Parliament on 18th July 1947 on the basis of Mountbatten Plan. According to the Act, two independent nations, that is, India and Pakistan, will come into existence on 15 August 1947. Thereafter, the British Parliament will not have any control over India. The British supremacy means the British control over the princely states will also come to an end. The Act provided them the right to either join India or Pakistan or remain independent. Indian Independence Act offered the people of princely states the right to either join India or Pakistan or to remain independent. India gains independence. In Delhi, a meeting of the Constituent Assembly had taken place in the hall of Parliament House at the midnight of 14th August 1947. At the stroke of midnight hour, India's dependence ended. After 150 years of slavery, India was finally free. On 15th August 1947, India declared itself independent by hosting the Indian tricolor flag. There was happiness of freedom among the Indian people, but simultaneously sorrow due to the partition of the country. Instead of joining the celebration of independence, Gandhiji was striving hard in Bengal. He was making all his efforts to preserve unity among Hindus and Muslims in Bengal. Within 6 months of attainment of freedom of India, Gandhiji was brutally killed by Nathuram Godse on 30th January 1948. Gandhiji strove day and night to preserve Hindu-Muslim unity and laid down his life for the same. Mahatma Gandhi gave up his life for achieving Hindu-Muslim unity.